I mean,
Yeah,
so how do you
definitely.
separate coaching and friendship from
Definitely.
kids?
Oh man, it's just a fine line you gotta draw. I mean, it's tough now because definitely in this day and age now, it's so easy to lose a kid because they got access to so much other stuff that they can do.
Yeah, for sure.
So you kind of have to be their friend. Like they got to know. In order to get a kid to go hard for you and to do the things that you ask them to do, they got to be able to trust you. They got to know that you care about them and love them. So you can't do that without building some type of bond with them. So it's like probably been a friend. We ain't going no club together. We not going. You know what I'm saying? We not do. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing all that. But as far as like me, like you say, I'm young. You know what I'm saying? Some of the older coaches and other people around here probably look at some of the stuff that I do different. Like, I interact with my kids on Facebook.
That's what
I
I'm
interact
saying,
with them on Instagram. I interact with them because that's what times have become.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to do that because you will lose kids like when you don't do stuff like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, so I take pride in that. You know what I'm saying? Because I can do that with those kids, but when Friday night come, they gonna do what I ask them to do.
The country never trade no switching on my waist, forever be 100. Family only thing I'm loving more than this currency. Take it, have a problem, put it on for emergencies. I done lost too many, I'm feeling numb, ain't no hurting me. Project nigga living lavish, mama say she proud of me. Meet me at the international smoke, I'm eating lobster. Table full of boss, a waitress thinking we some monster. Sipping to my casa made me turn into a monster. Real player shit, I bet my wrist look like agua.
Hey man, welcome to another episode of Make Something Shake.
You feel me? And we here with another special guest. I know I say everybody's special, but this is my dog for real. Like Coastal grad in the communications. You feel me? Defensive backs coach, and he's a part of an 803 United travel team. Right. This is my guy. You see, look, this is my guy. Now. Dread game too. Don't forget about the Dread.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Locked up.
This is my guy, CoachPT, aka Paris Tindall. You feel me? What's up, bro?
What's up, man? I'm glad to be on the show today, man. Glad to be on the show.
Hey, I'm gonna need you to give some game. You be coaching the kids, and it's hard to coach kids for real. I ain't gonna lie to you, especially they in the middle state of going to college. So check this out though. This is what I like to ask when we first start the podcast. What was your dream growing up? Like when you were young now, like kid, what was your dream?
Right. Sure, right? Go to the league. I think that, man. But most of our goals, really, everybody want to go to the NBA, the NFL. I wanted to go to the NFL. First off, I wanted to play football at University of Miami. That been my.
You want to go to the U?
The U.
That's
all day, every day. That's my squad.
That's your squad.
Yeah, we struggling right now, but
I've been struggling for a while.
For a while, right. So we ain't won that since I've been a kid. So you know what I'm saying? But I stick with it. But that definitely been the goal at first to go there. But it's time. Run this course, you start seeing stuff for what it really is. So
that's a fact. So, Brett, because you played high school football, what did you play? What was your position?
Sure, I played different position every year. So I went to a few different high schools.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
When I'm at Wilson Hall, I played running back and linebacker.
You went to Wilson Hall?
Yeah, my freshman year.
What?
Yeah, freshman year I went to Wilson Hall. Then I went to Thomas Sumter. I'm a running back, linebacker, a little bit of receiver. Then I went to Crestwood. I'm just strictly safety. So
you would have played every spot.
Right, yeah. So really, I could have played everything though, for real.
What would you want to play? What was your favorite?
So to be real, my favorite was defensive back. I mean, safety been fun. Safety hard now. Yeah. It's been fun.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dog.
Safety hard? I thought safety might have been
getting the open field is over.
Sir,
really?
No, sir.
Yes, bro. Open field is crazy.
And it really depends on what type of offense you playing against. So like, some offenses, you play against a run heavy offense, you an athlete player, you feeling trying to make the guy in front of you correct. If they fit outside, you fit inside. If they fit inside, you fit outside. Pretty much like that. But you start going against some spread teams. Yeah. Nah, shoot. Read the keys, dog. Them eyes, man. Shoot, it get tough back there. Yeah. So
bro, you play high. Oh, you want to say?
I was gonna ask, like, as a DB, like, what's worse, getting trucked or getting mossed?
Oh, Moss all day, every day. You can't,
You think so?
You can't get head tapped.
You think so?
No, you can't. See,
You get trucked, I feel like.
Man, first off, you get trucked at defensive back. The stigma on defensive backs is they don't tackle anyway. So you get what I'm saying. So you truck a D back. They be like, man, get up. But you can make up that. You can make up for that by getting a pick.
Yeah.
You get head tapped. They like, dog.
Yeah, you might need to change position.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Nah, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, nah, you gotta go to the field, dog. Right.
All right, but check this out. So you went to high school. What made you want to play football in the first place? Like, was it just your You was watching that the most of growing up, or was somebody play before you and you want to play that now?
Shoot, I guess really it just was in us. Like my dad played football. He went to Manning High School. He played football. His family played football. So I guess he just instilled that in us. So it been hereditary. We just got it from him. And then with me and my brothers and stuff, growing up in Rembert, we ain't had much to do. So we had a big yard.
Yeah.
So we go outside like, yo, we play football. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's just something to do, run around, have fun.
But you did hoop too.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Definitely had to get them buckets.
So,
But yeah, man.
Some say what made you choose football over hoop, man. It was
Shoot.
just-
I mean, football, it just been something I took liking to. Like,
Yeah.
once I start watching, like I watching Miami play. Been an Eagles fan, watching the Eagles play, you know what I'm saying? I just been seeing
You
like
Eagles fan?
Eagles fan, yes sir.
It's
Yes,
a
sir.
lovely year for them boys.
Hey, look, yeah, they doing good right now. But yeah, yeah, got to that in there.
Yeah, right?
Got that
I
in
feel
there.
you, I
But
feel
yeah, man, just watching like Sean Taylor, Ed Reed, all them boys at Miami. I'm like, man, I like how them boys rocking.
Yeah.
Watching the Eagles play, McNabb and Westbrook and all them boys. I'm like, yo, I trying to do this. So
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel you. All right, so you in high school. I guess your senior year, like, did you know, like, was you trying to go to college to play football when you got to your senior year, or you was like, it's probably
no, I was though. Like to be honest with you, like I thought it was a shoe-in. Like I thought for sure I was going. I thought for sure like yo, like I'm about to get offers. Like for real. So
what you think went wrong? Like why?
All right, first off, like my junior year, I made All State.
Yeah.
Like when I was at Thomas, I made All State, stuff like that. So I figured, not knowing what I know now, I just think like, yo, I doing this, doing that. I know the college is about to start calling and stuff.
For sure.
But little that I know, you got to go to camps, go to combines and stuff like that over the off season, so you can be seen by these coaches. But that's stuff we didn't have people telling us.
Nope.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So people weren't telling us that, so we went to just thinking like, oh, a coach gonna notice me. Like, but nah, it's a million more me's out there.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's tough. So then my senior year came. Crestwood always got about 15, 20 people on the team realistically that can play college football.
Yeah.
But they only gonna send about 3 or 4 or 5.
That's a fact.
If that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what happened, I can't speak on what happened on the recruiting end from the coaching staff and stuff like that. What happened with me, but I know as far as on my end, I probably could have did some more stuff to get out there to be noticed and be recognized. I probably could have worked a little bit harder. Okay. Definitely could have worked harder. Not taking the weight room as serious.
Yeah, nobody really do in high school
because nobody was really telling us that. They were just telling us that you just gotta work hard. They telling you to work hard and do this and that, but they ain't really telling you like how to do it.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So and then go ahead.
Yeah. So how'd you end up going to Coastal? How'd you end up going to college? Like, was that just the route your parents told you to go, or you always want to go?
Oh no, I mean, college. The only reason college was an option was because I knew that was the way to get to the NFL.
Okay.
Like, honestly, I wasn't going to college to say, I want to do this and do that outside of sports. No, I was going strictly for sports. So I chose Coastal because, to be honest, Benedict wanted me bad in football.
Yeah.
Like, not knowing what I know now, I'm like, I ain't going to no Benedict play football. Like,
I mean.
But at the end of the day, that's a college. Benedict a college, a good school play football. That's still an opportunity. So I turned that down, and then I went to Coastal. I'm like, yo, Coastal at the beach. Good living facilities and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna just go to Coastal and I'm gonna bet on myself and to try and walk home.
Yeah.
But people don't tell you how hard it is to walk home because
that's a fact, especially if you're not preferred.
Oh, and then and already not being accustomed to putting in that extra work on my own versus having a weight program from my coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just was doing that. I wasn't going out working on my own and doing putting the extra
that's
time in.
That's important, bro. We need to talk about that once you get through your story.
Right.
So okay.
So yeah.
Coastal. I guess, would you try your first 2 years to rock on? You just tried your first year?
All right. So my first year, I went out there. I didn't put no work in. Like I'm not even lying to you. My
you just went out there.
My brothers was at Francis
sure.
Marion.
Yeah.
So I was going to Florence every day. So I'm just thinking like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like when February comes, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna get that work, dog. Yeah. So February came for the tryouts and stuff like that, and I see people out there like, yo, these dudes for real.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? These dudes for real. So then that kind of been a news flash to me. So when I ain't made the team that year, I wasn't mad. I already knew what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I got to put my head down and work. So then my sophomore year came. That's when I started doing the travel flag with the boys from Coastal and stuff like that. We had some guys on the team who played on Coastal team, but they didn't have no eligibility left, or they've been academically ineligible and stuff like that. So we've been traveling and stuff, doing stuff like that. I've been working out with the boy, putting in work. Yeah. Matter of fact, me and Dune Jolito, we was the two underclassmen on the team. Yeah. We were the two who had eligibility to play. So I talk a dog like we was working like for real. I'm like, yo, like we out here like literally like all them dudes like who's the older dudes on the team like, yo, like y'all boys gonna make it, like y'all straight. So then January come around, dog. I just lose focus again.
Yep. Like you at Coastal, you know
what I'm saying? I just like this is a month before tryouts, dog. Like Jolito like texted me, hit me up, like, yo, like we get to working and stuff like that. And then he had Raheem, New York. Yeah. New York used to work with us, stuff like that. Like Max, I don't know if you know Max. Max be doing the destroying 101.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, cooking.
Real?
Man, what? Max be out there cooking them boys, man. Exactly. So then Max used to work with us all that, man. So then the boys like, yo, you trying to put the work in? I'm like, bro, nah, dog, I'm about to go run these roads, you know what I'm saying? Do this other stuff, dog. Trying to get a few dollars. So then February come around, tryouts come. I ain't even go.
Dang,
like for real, I didn't even go, and really, that been the year I've been gonna make it. Like for real, I look back on that jump now, like bro, like at that year right there, that jump turned my whole life.
Dang,
like for real. So
that one thing just
a
whole different track.
Whole different track, dog.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so you at Coastal, you get out of Coastal, bro. How'd you become a defensive backs coach? Like I'm not understanding. How'd you get to this point, bro?
All right, pretty much, man. So after I graduated Coastal, you know when you first graduate, you got your degree and stuff. It's almost impossible to find a job. You got your degree, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I hit up Coach Brown at Crestwood. Coach Brown, that's my dog now. Coach Brown is my dog. So I hit up Coach Brown like, yo, like, I just trying to get in, volunteer, you know what I'm saying, do a little something. So I come back up here. I'm driving back and forth from the beach to here with the basketball team and stuff. I ain't really doing nothing, but, just coming around, just being around them, trying to pick their brain.
Yep.
So then we got at work, Hooch, Malik Oaks. So he got he did his internship while he was at Benedict. Yeah. His internship, he got the head coach job at Ebenezer Middle School. So he hit me up like, yo, like I got the head coach job, yo, like come coach with me. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So then I started coaching with him at Ebenezer. So I was defensive back coach him at Ebenezer, then I run the defense with him and stuff like that. So then and while I was doing that, I did JV basketball at Crestwood. So then Coach Nelson, I guess he kind of seen how I've been working, how I've been moving around at the school and stuff like that. Like, he see the work ethic, the work I'm putting in and stuff like that. So he was like, yo, like, I want you to come coach at Crestwood now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, middle school in good hands and stuff like that. Like, come up here with me. So then I just went up there with him, picking his brain, him and Maurice, his brother. So just now picking their brain and stuff. So that pretty much how I got that.
So you was working for free, or you was actually at the job? Like, you had an interview? Or it was...
Well, it was like a sort of kind of like an interview,
Yeah, his work was the interview, like.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like so. And then being at Ebenezer at the feeder school, so when you coach for the feeder school, you really coach for the high school too. Okay, you know what I'm saying. So we all together. Yeah. So at that point, it was just kind of like, I'm gonna pull you up. We'll figure out how to replace you at Ebenezer, but at this point, I'm pull you up because we trying to get right at Crestwood.
I got you. Yeah. Okay. So you the coach now, bro. This is important now because. Right. This is high school is probably the most important part of a kid's life as far as sports and transitioning to the next level. For sure. Right. So you played high school football. What did you learn from playing high school and that you can incorporate in the kids now? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm gonna be 100% honest when I say this, dog. Like when I played football in high school, I did not learn like much. Like I'm serious, dog. Like as far as the stuff that I learned came from me watching football like on TV, like all day Saturday. I was watching the games. Like all day Sunday, I was watching games. Monday Night Football, I'm watching games. Like,
so was it like? Because you're just not really like when those big leagues, you can't really incorporate stuff in high school that you get from there. You know what I'm saying?
I would say like this from this perspective, like when you in high school, like you playing against people like your same age and your same skill level. Yeah. But if you watching the pros, like them people that's doing it professionally, like so it's like you kind of get an insight. Maybe I need to switch up what I'm doing, like to do more what they doing and trying to help my game further, like at a quicker pace. Like,
man, see the thing about like you got anybody who played with like at Crestwood, like definitely with my team, like we'll tell you like when we used to watch football, we used to try and do the stuff they was doing. Like,
exactly.
like we don't even know how they doing the stuff they doing. Like we just know like if we running this right, if we playing cover 2 defense, that means one of us got flat. Cornerback got flat, the safeties got deep.
Yeah.
But really, it's so much more going.
It's a lot.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but nobody's telling us that. All we know is what we see on Madden and what we see on TV.
Hey, though, low key, like playing games helps a lot.
Yeah, Madden is right.
And what people don't realize is like, bro, Madden, coaches use Madden in real life. Like, like, man, what? Like, look at the plays like Sean McVay running in LA, or like Shanahan running in San Francisco. Like, bro, those are like video game based plays, dog.
So all right, your coaches are like, you played Madden?
Yeah.
So you played Madden, you was like, dang, this might work in high school.
I ain't gonna lie.
You did that before?
It do. Like, I mean, and you gotta look like, man, like, because football is a lot of principles that go into what you're doing. So I play Madden. I'm pretty good in Madden, and the reason I am pretty good in Madden is because I take what I study in real life and I use it in the game.
Exactly.
It's just crazy how it works.
Yeah. So I do that. So like if you running like a cover 2 defense, then I'm gonna put your safety in the bind. Like I'll send like a little deep dig across the middle of the field. That's in the post right behind it because you can't guard both people.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah,
exactly.
So like,
I didn't understand defense until I started playing Madden, bro.
I did
not understand defense.
Yeah,
until I started playing Madden.
like for real. Like I digest all that stuff. Like you running your offense and stuff like that. Like I'm looking at like what you doing on offense. That's how I base my defense. I don't pick my plays until I see what formation you come out in.
So okay, bro, because this
Exactly.
is. Like I'll just be on Madden playing and hoping my routes work.
Oh,
so
no. It's a scheme behind everything.
You really
man.
can see like when they set up, you know what they running.
Yeah, like
you can look at that lineman,
and I know like what you're looking for out of a formation. So it's like a lot of people run like an empty setting Madden. You come out empty.
Yeah.
Like I already know you're looking for. You trying to put. You looking for either your tight end gonna be your third receiver, and then you can have a slot receiver. So you looking for somebody like. If you in a 4-3 defense or 3-4, you beat already because you don't got enough secondary on the field. You got linebackers on the field, they too slow.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you
take advantage of that, bro.
But if you come out in like a dime or $1 defense with 5-6 D-backs on the field, what they're gonna try and do is put your nickel corner, that'd be your inside corner in the bind. Most people they cover 3 or cover 2.
Yeah.
Why you think Kansas City used to put Tyreek Hill in the slot so much? Because they trying to get a matchup with a linebacker.
Yeah.
Ain't no linebacker gonna keep up with Tyreek. Well, Yellow no quarterback, no safety. So
right.
you see him on a little drag across the field, that's an easy pick.
And seeing then the thing about it, then if you take Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce right beside him. So now you got the pick. So if you play over if you try to play deep over top, the underneath route will be wide open. Now you done gave me 7 yards. But if you take away that 7 yards, you got Tyreek Hill going deep.
All right, so since you're a defensive coordinator, how do you cover that?
A defensive coordinator. All right, so
cover 6.
So I know I'm gonna tell you what I do on Madden. What I do on Madden.
This is real life too now because you probably have these situations.
Yeah, in real life. So what I do is I run a lock defense. So it'll be like a cover 3 lock or a cover 2 lock. So
you gotta explain.
All right. So what the lock mean is you gonna have a man. One person gonna have a man. So I take my linebacker because my linebackers in the dollar defense got to be pass coverage guys.
Right.
So they got to be guys who can move in space. Now I take my linebacker and lock him with the tight end. That'd be that third receiver against that empty set. So now wherever he go, he man coverage. The rest of the field zone. So now I use the nickel cornerback to hold anything vertical if you try to run 2 verts on the outside. So when I hold that vertical route, now I'm lurk with him pretty much. When I take that away, your next read gonna go to the tight end. Tight end on man coverage. Somebody running with him. It ain't open. So by then, either the defense line gonna get there, or now you gonna run around trying to do scramble drill. Yeah. But I'm using my defensive back, so now I'm alert. So I know where all the routes coming from. Right.
Okay. So like what he explained, like like how some NFL people, they got Jalen Ramsey, the Darius Slade. Yeah. You see how they always follow their top receiver no matter what? Yeah. They always going to be manned up pretty much or covering over top. So, like, that's kind of like what he's saying. Like, yo, somebody going to be locked up on your key players, and I'm going to zone everything else.
Yeah, zone everything else.
Okay, so, because there's no, like, you can't run that. Like, in Madden, okay, you can run that. You know what I'm saying? But there's no, like, half man, half zone.
Oh, yeah. That's called split field coverage.
Exactly.
Split field coverage, man. Yeah, like
really?
Yeah, we run split field coverage in real life. So like, all right, so let's say you come out two by two receivers. So
Yeah.
you got like a dual set, 2 receivers left side, 2 receivers right side. Now let's say on your left side, you got a dog.
Yeah.
Like your outside receiver, D1 receiver, NFL receiver, but your inside receiver, he a dud. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking like high school football now.
I feel
So on that outside receiver, I'm if I got a good cornerback, I man you up.
Even if he a D1, like, all right.
Yeah,
I man, if my cornerback can play that way,
Yeah.
like us at Crestwood, we got a cornerback that can do that. He gonna man you up.
So if you couldn't, though, what would you do? You would zone
I zone him.
But I'm saying, how would you play it though? You know what I'm saying?
Cover two. Yeah, cover two. At that point,
some to cover the shallows, some again.
I can't protect everybody every play. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when that whistle blow, I can't do nothing once that whistle blow and that play done snap. I can't do nothing. That's on you now.
All right, we all on Madden. All right, let's go back to the high school.
Right.
All right, so check this out. All right. So you run in plays like for defense. People in high school, I'm guessing when they get to high school, you don't really know how to run a defense. You know what I'm saying? You just out there.
Yo, and that hate to cut you off, but that's the biggest problem we got. Like in this area of South Carolina, something.
That's what I'm saying. So how you teach? Like you can't just bring in a complicated pace. So how do you? You know what I'm saying?
We coach from scratch. Like listen, what I'm telling you. Like man, other places I talk to these kids. Now, granted, we getting there.
Yeah.
Like with the Sumter Spartans, the Carolina Rams, like we getting there as far as Pop Warner, the trap ball, getting these kids, starting these kids at a young age with them learning basic principles of the game.
Yeah.
Man. We getting there. Because you know, when we was kids, you just had park and rec.
Yep.
But us out there in Rimba can't play park and rec. That's 30 minutes away from us.
Oh,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
So we don't play organized ball with referees until we in middle school, 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
But then we just learning basics. Then when we get to high school, we got to play against a school from Columbia who they've been playing football since they've been 5.
Yeah.
So now we learning how to properly backpedal.
Exactly.
They installing offense and defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what we behind. But we catching up now though.
So I'm saying, are you doing it by like AAU or how are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? Because if I like, for instance, when I get to high school, if I don't know how to jab and do like a
we gonna have to go over it now. You gonna be a little bit behind in your development. So you probably gonna play JV.
So
like,
you putting in like easy defensive schemes though? Is it like a?
Yeah, I mean, all right. So your JV, we only got JV. We don't got B team at Crestwood. So your JV team, we not gonna run as much complex stuff we will on a Friday night.
So what would you run then? Like,
so JV, you run simple stuff like cover 3.
Okay.
Man cover 1 high safety free. Maybe throw a cover 2 in there or something. But as far as like, you got to have a really advanced group of kids. Well, speaking for us at Crestwood, our kids would have to be like really advanced in order for us to run everything we run on a Friday night. Which 9 times out of 10, that's not the case for no school.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna just come out there throwing a lock defense and
exactly
field coverage every play. Not with that group of kids, because now it's kind of like, oh, like, coach, what's going on? Because every kid not gonna be on the same level.
Yeah.
But now once you get on Fridays, it's all free game. The ones, if you can't get it, you're not gonna be on the field.
Yeah.
Like the ones who on the field gonna understand what's going on. Right? You know what I'm saying?
They got to.
Yeah. So that pretty much how it is. But we try to we beat it in their heads all the time. Like like try to get everybody up to speed because injuries happen.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's a fact.
You never know having off field issues happen. So everybody got to be prepped the same way. So now like everybody got to take it serious. But it's a matter of how much you want it individually.
So okay. So you knew when you said you were in high school, you didn't really learn anything. So now that in high school you didn't learn anything, do you try to install more into the kids? You know what I'm saying? That's what you do?
That's my motivation. Like, I just look back on like, what we used to do in practice and stuff when we was in school. Like, practice was hard, like, because it was really hot. It was really hot. We run a lot, what I'm saying? Like, it been more physical. Practice was more physical too, because there's a lot less knowledge about concussions and all the body stuff. But as far as like fundamentals, no, like they have none of that. But the fundamentals is what make you a ball player. So it's like if somebody ran like a 4.240 or something like that, and we played against them, they gonna burn us every time.
Yeah,
because we have no fundamentals.
Yeah, but
now we could teach these kids now. Okay, that guy might be fast, but now we gonna teach you all of the necessary techniques and fundamentals of how you can counter that. So now let's say a guy running a 4.240, we can work some off man coverage now. So now you ain't got to jam this guy out the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So he ain't burning you straight off the bat. Now you can play a little off man coverage. You know, get a little cushion. He start digging your cushion. Now you can start to get your hands on him, or you can flip your hips. So that we ain't going through all that kind of stuff, man. When I was in school, like we didn't do that. We did back pedals. back pedal weed. You know what I'm saying? Which drills we need to know, but it wasn't drilling out here how to back pedal. Like,
okay, it was just like
I watched my highlight tape from my senior year, and I'd be looking like, Lord, I was sorry. I'm so serious. Like, yo, like I suck, dog. Like, I'm backpedaling on my heels, dog. Yeah. I'm like, yo, like what? No, man. Like
that's crazy.
You gotta be on the ball of your feet. I'm like, bro, like stuff like that, never knew.
That's crazy.
That stuff I had to go look up for myself and find out myself. So now I can pass that on to them, so they'll know it.
That's good though. So now that you know, like you know what you didn't know, so now you can like tell them.
Right.
So okay. Now in high school is when the weight room gets serious. Do you kind of try to help them get serious in the weight room?
Oh yeah, no, weight room. They got to take the weight room serious, dog. So it's like and that's a motivation you got to find within yourself, because we can yell, fuss, cuss, do all that stuff to you, but if you don't want it yourself, you're not going to get it. Like the weight room, dog, that it get hard in there.
It get hard.
It get hard in there, dog. So that's your separator. That's what separates you from being sorry to good to being good to great.
That's a fact.
Like the weight room, you take that weight room serious, you could be legit on that football field. But if you BS in that weight room, you can put out BS on the field.
Oh, you about to say you gonna get laid out like you BS in the weight room?
Oh shit, it's gonna show up off the gate. It's gonna show up. Right.
But listen though, so I'm saying I know you said y'all used to lift in high school, like with the team. But you know, if you see like a star, like a kid that you really know got it, but you know that they need to work outside of it, like how do you tell them that? Because kids don't really listen.
You got to tell them, like, you talk to them, talk to their parents. Now, our job pretty much is to give you the information and to give you the answers to the test. What you do with them answers and the information is on you.
Yeah.
Like the saying go, I can take you to the water, but I can't make you drink it.
Facts.
So I'm gonna tell you, dog, like it's certain times of the year where we can't, us as coaches, we can't work with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We can't have a ball with you because that's against high school league rules. Yeah. But that don't mean you can't work.
Yeah, for sure.
That don't mean you can't. You and the boys can't go to Dillon Park and get routes in.
That's a fact. Yeah. That'll make a big difference though, bro. Some of these kids be so talented, bro. It's crazy.
Man, and that's what they don't understand, man. That's what I tell kids. Like I tell people all the time, Ja is one of the biggest blessings and one of the biggest curses of something.
Why you say
the reason I say curse, because people see him in the NBA, but people don't necessarily know the work he was really putting in to get there. Sure. Like they think Ja just went to Crestwood, went to practice, and then went to the NBA. No, sir, he didn't. Like this man would go to practice and then go home and practice. Yeah. Like while y'all at cookout and y'all at the movies and he working.
And he wasn't just practicing though. He had somebody telling him exactly what he needed. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, that's
the ultimate cheat code that Ja had. Ja had somebody that knew what it took to get there, and somebody that had knowledge of how to work. Like, you know what I'm saying, and how you go about your grind and how you go about your focus. Like that's what a lot of us lack around here.
That's a fact.
Like, you know, so that's why I be like, man, like you can't just wake up and be Ja Morant, dog.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like you can't. Like you got to put in that work.
But even with that, bro, I say Ja is a little bit of a curse because even if you do put in that work, bro, Ja is just special. You know what I'm saying?
He is.
Like he made it possible. You might get to the NBA, but Ja being Ja, that's just like God given.
Look,
bro.
everybody in the NBA is one of a kind because it's like, dog, you got 15-man rosters in the NBA, 31 teams. Like, do the math, dog. That ain't nothing compared to how much basketball players is in this world.
Exactly.
Like, so that would be like,
even football though, even 50, you know what I'm saying? That's
53-man roster in the NFL, dog. You know what I'm saying?
So
that's not like, you know, it's when the minute you get there. Like I tell kids all the time, I'll never tell a kid you can't be Ja. You can't be the next Ja Morant because you can be, but that's all predicated upon the work you put in.
That's right,
for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they be, you know, kids, they be like, man, you hating on me, and you know, I be like, dog, 10 years from now when we talk again, you could be like, yo, coach, dog, you been right.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's on you. Rather you could be a millionaire telling me I was right, or you could be trying to bounce back up. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what y'all do with the information, that's on y'all, but y'all will never walk away from me and be able to say, Coach ain't tell me that. Or I didn't know that. No, sir. I told you that.
Yeah.
Like, no, sir. No, sir. Can't do that.
I ain't gonna lie.
But like keeping up on like the mental aspect of like the kids when it comes to coaching, like, so you got the ones that do great and you praise them for it. So like, how do you portray your coaching when kid, you may see like they want to give up after they make a like messed up play, like you know what I'm saying, when they want to give it up just because they messed up, but they feel like they feel down on themselves.
Hey man. What I do is with our kids, like every kid I coach, when I coach them, I do something called hugs and love. Like, it sounds a little cheesy and stuff like that, but what I do, like every pregame, I dab them up, I give them a hug. When teams beating us on the sideline, I dab them up, give them a hug.
That goes a long way.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fuss at you. Like, I dig in somebody's tail. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? You might feel like, bro, like, from the crowd, you might be like, yo, like, why he talking to that boy like that? But I promise you, if you watch on the sideline or you watch in the game or something, when they do something, I'm the first one to celebrate. Or even after that, if I see they walking down, I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk to them. Bro, like, come on, dog. The reason I'm telling you this is because, bro, you better than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to come back. You can't just be all negative. Like, you got to come back with that positive reinforcement too, to let them know, like, dog, bro, like, you better than what you're doing. Right. Like, I took my time, like, I want y'all to be greater than y'all want to be.
That's bruh. Oh my god.
Like, it shouldn't be like that. Like, I see you as an NFL player, but you out here playing like a JV football player. Like, so come on, man. Like, what's going on here? So, when they start holding themselves down and stuff and start getting down and feeling bad for themselves, like, you gotta reel them back in. Like, you can lose a kid quick.
That's an old fuck.
You can lose a kid quick now. So you definitely gotta reel them back in.
But so let me ask this, since I asked everybody this. Confidence is important. Like, if I didn't have, like, I had all the skill, I used to work every day, but I had no confidence when I was playing. So that's the most important thing in sports. It's like 90% confidence, 10% skill. Right. Because you see people that ain't got no skill, but they confident. They do something, bro. Like, so how do you install confidence into a kid, bro? Like, what's the key?
One thing, it's hard to do that. Yeah. Put confidence in the kid, because it might be so much other stuff going on in the kid life that you don't even know about. For sure. Like stuff that going at the house and stuff. So what we just gotta do as coaches is just kind of like, when they on that field or that court or whatever, we just gotta make them feel like nothing else matter. So it like, you lack confidence, like, we know you got the skill, you can play, but you just be like, bro, I ain't confident in what I'm doing. That way the coaching come in, because now it's like, when we going over our game plan and we going over what we gonna do, they have to be confident in the game plan. They got to feel like, oh, yo, this one work. Yeah, like, yo, I can do. So that come with putting kids in position to make plays. So it's like, if I know you slow, and then you can't run, I'm not gonna put you in space. Yeah. I'm gonna put you in a condensed box here. So now you reading one or two things. Okay. So like, it come here, boom, I'm there. Like, okay, now I can do that. Yeah. But if I go put you in space and it's a fast receiver, a scat back come out, then they juke you, like, bro, I can't play out here with these boys, man. Like, your confidence low. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now, and they kind of like calling plays designed to help you succeed. So like, putting you in a position to where I know I'm doing my job. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm doing what coach asked me to do, and it's actually working.
So with kids though, is there anybody, have you ever came into a kid like, bro, I want to be this, but maybe he's not fit for that position? Like, you probably be better here.
Oh yeah. Oh man, all the time, man, kid though, look, like, kid, I can go to a middle school right now and tell a kid like, yo, you gonna be a defensive lineman when you get down. And they playing like running back or quarterback or something. Like, yo, you can be a D lineman, like, cause you can see how their body is now, and you can kind of tell the trajectory their body gonna grow to. Yeah. So it's like, yo, like, you're probably not gonna be playing quarterback much longer. They're like, man, what you talking about, man? I'm playing quarterback. Yeah. Like, okay, you gonna see. You know what I'm saying? So when that situation come about, and they actually time for them to make that move, now you got to start off slow. So now you got to start off slow so they can see that they having success in what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So now, you might call something a little basic, work on something basic. You know what I'm saying? Let them see, like, man, this easy right here. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. Then you kind of up the ante. So now it's kind of like, now let's do this. And let's do that. So now they might struggle with it at first, but the more they do it, the reps gonna get them like, man, I can do this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So you got to treat it just like the position you was playing. Like, the kids ask all the time, like, what do you think the hardest position is? And I said, it's not one. I said, because every position is hard if you want to be great at it. Like, because at the end of the day, you got to put in the work and putting in the time to be able to know everything you got to do. Like, so people say a long snapper. Shoot, if you losing by 2 points, you kick a field goal and that snap bad and you miss it, you lost the game.
Exactly.
So you don't, okay. Let me ask you this, since we on this. There is no easiest position in football, because I feel like kicker, even though you got the most pressure, you just got to go out there and kick the ball.
Oh, no. Hey, it's easy to say because a kicker can easily tell the quarterback, all you got to do is hand the ball off. All you got to do is throw the ball.
Yeah.
But then you got like corners, you got schemes,
and as a kicker, you got people crashing down to come in to block it.
Yeah. You got to deal with the weather, the wind.
Look now, you got a field goal post this wide. You got to get the ball into. Then don't tell how much yards it is.
Yeah.
Like I say, you got the wind. Like it's a lot going into everything in football, dog. Like now, if you want to just say you play football, then I guess in the position just to.
Should be in the holder tougher than the kicker. You not quick. You got to get that ball, pit it down.
That's hard, though.
Spin the lace.
Spin the lace out. Yo, like
you look at it like, oh shit.
It's real. It's real. Like it's
fact,
real. So man, like every position on the field is critical. Like
so there's like not what you like, but if you could play any position now, it'd be less injury. What would you play? Because I feel like I wouldn't want to play running back because you hitting everybody all the time. But then at the same time, you can see what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, no running backs have the lowest like the how I put this, the lowest length or like career.
Yeah,
like,
really?
In the NFL, yeah, like
I feel like it'd be scary to be wide receiver.
A running back gonna last like 5 years.
Yeah, bro. The wear and tear on their body, bro.
Like, you see like Ty Gurley?
Yeah.
Like Ty Gurley went from NFL MVP to not even on the roster within
that was
Reggie
years.
Bush and
exactly.
Bro, who's that? Who's in there right now? Who's plays for the Titans? What's the big dude?
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, he a monster.
No, see, Derrick
he trained different.
He a monster.
He trained,
but he like a Adrian Peterson. Like you remember Adrian Peterson towards ACL, the next year he come back break NFL records.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Them boys trained.
Yeah, you got certain people like that, but now like definitely nowadays, man, like running backs are too expendable because now it's like I might get 3-4 good years out of you, but now I'm looking to replace you because you wore down. So
look at like Zeke, not even the same no more.
No, because he got.
Oh yeah, you're right about that.
Wore down. So now it's like Tony Pollard getting a good bit more touches.
He's like, looking good too.
Like Christian McCaffrey too. Like you look at McCaffrey, like
getting hurt every year, bro.
See, and I don't wish injury on nobody. You know what I'm saying? But this was a couple years ago when McCaffrey first had season-ending injury. I remember we had our fantasy football draft. I had a top pick. I didn't get him. They was like, bro, you ain't got McCaffrey. I was like, yo, this man coming off of 250 touches last year.
Exactly.
Like,
that 10
in
15
the
touches.
NFL, that is way too many touches for a running back. For anybody. Like, so I'm like, yo, so now you starting to look at soft tissue injuries. You know what I'm saying? You start looking at muscle injuries. Like, what happened? The man hurt his hamstring. Now he always got a hamstring or groin or something. Like, it's always something going on. I'm like, America, you can't get the ball that much in the NFL.
So what would you want to play then for a long career? Like, what position would you think would be the safest?
Oh, man, quarterback. You can't touch him.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Unless you Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson.
Exactly. But you don't even get hit in practice.
Yo, I'd rather be a pocket passer, quarterback.
You're right, though.
You can't touch me. Like, no.
But I was thinking safety, but you said safety hard. So safety.
Man, safety for one thing. Safety is definitely a hard position to play. Now, if you are a physical safety, it's hard, man.
So you coming down here hitting Derrick Henry?
But I'm saying that's you the last line of defense. You see what I'm saying?
If I can't grab that ankle, he scored.
Oh, yeah.
And safety hard now with like targeting and stuff like that. Like because most safety hits we used to see like blind side. They used to but now it's like, bro, like now you got to be a little passive aggressive. Like you know what I'm saying. Then it's like a morals thing too because. I know if I hit you up high, I'm gonna get targeted. In the NFL, I'm gonna get fined. So if I'm a rookie, not making that much money, I don't earn a spot. You fine me $30,000 for a target. My check might not be but $35,000. You know what I'm saying? So you took all my money. And then I don't want to hit you low because now it's like, yo, we all in the league together. I'm not about to ruin your career. Like I'm gonna tell you ACL. You know what I'm saying?
I would feel terrible.
It's tough. It's tough now. So you know what I'm saying? So man, it real tricky. It get real tricky back there at safety.
All right, well, let me ask you. This is the last few questions, but let's get back to the high school thing. So I feel like maybe it's just from my kid's perspective, but I feel like I didn't get that much. Like the coach didn't help that much for exposure. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I could have got more exposure. I could have got more offers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's fact.
So how do y'all try to incorporate that in high school now, bro?
Man, social media.
Social media.
Yo, like the number one means for recruiting right now is on Twitter.
Really?
Yes.
Twitter?
Hey, you go on Twitter right now and like college coaches go crazy. Like, if I put my phone right now, refresh my TL, it's college coaches on there like, yo, I need a defensive back class of 23. They'll be like, yo, JUCO, portal, high school,
really?
whatever. Yo, yeah, it's like
so you be putting your like kids highlights on there and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all do it?
Yeah, we post like all right. So on our Crestwood football page, what we do is we post our kids. We post all they like accolades, accomplishments. So they get player of the week. That's on there. You know, stats from the game before, things like that. Like we do all that to guide kids out there. So on our personal pages as coaches, because see on that page, that's more of a school regulated page. Yeah. So that's more like, you know, just promoting the kids for the school on our football page. But on our personal coaches accounts, we'll post our kids. Like, so we'll be like, yo, class of 2023 wide receiver, Nigel Johnson, post his highlights, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
We talk about Twitter, right?
Twitter, right. Okay. And then the kids post their stuff too. So it's like the kids get their highlights. Like we will tag their highlights. The kids can go on Huddle and just pull them and post them and stuff like that. And then they can tag whatever coaches they want to tag in it. So
you think that's the easiest way to get it?
Oh yeah, I promise you. And then DMs too. So it's like a coach, you follow a coach, and then a coach will follow you back or something like that. Or they messages open like, hey coach, I got a kid here who, you know, do this, do that. I see y'all might be looking for something, or if y'all interested. And see, we also got a virtual recruiting folder. So it's like a Google slide. Mm-hmm. So we got on that slide, so we got like our top class for this year, it's top class of 2023, 2024, and then a few 2025. So on that folder, you'll find a player, then you have their name, we have a picture of them, SAT scores, ACT scores, unofficial GPA, then you can, transcripts is upon request. We're not going to put that information out there. But transcript upon request. We have the highlight link there. If they got any awards, like player of the year, player of the week, so we put that on there. Stats, all that is on their particular slide. Okay. So a coach, we got hundreds of coaches in our recruiting folder. So now they can just pull it up. So we share it with them. So every time we post something in there, they'll get an email saying recruiting folder has been updated. So they can just go in there and look at it and be like, hey, yo, coach, who is that kid right there? So then they can do that like that.
That's what's up, though.
But to piggyback like off your question though, like back in our day though, social media wasn't hyped like that.
No. So actually it was, bruh.
But we just ain't knew about it
like that. Yeah, because they still had like, as far as me, hoop mixtapes and stuff like that. You feel me?
But see, and that stuff was mostly like YouTube. Yeah. And see, like the stuff like Twitter and Instagram and stuff, that stuff was just getting in the work.
Yeah, we ain't nobody recording ourselves.
Like Facebook was popping back then. When you put yourself on Facebook, you might have.
Yeah, and coaches wasn't really recruiting off Facebook. Yeah. More coaches more so off back then was more word of mouth. Yeah, like, and more relationship.
Like you saying that VHSs like.
But still, like you went to like what he was saying earlier. If you went to camps back in the day, though, you still would have got exposed.
Oh yeah, no, the camp that in person. Yeah, like cause see, so now it's like I cannot go to a camp and they can see me and then they can be like, yo, can you come to this camp? We having this camp or. Can you come visit us? Like coaches tell us, like hit us up all the time. Like, hey, we got a home game this week. Send all your top seniors to the game this week so we can meet them. We can talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Send us they film and stuff like. So all that stuff like that stuff based off of like social media. Like they might see a kid. It could be a kid they don't even know. They just see how they take hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? They just DM just like that. It's fast.
That's tough. But okay, that's another question I want to ask. So. We're talking about recruiting and stuff. Is that why y'all, or how'd you even get on 803 United? Like, is that why y'all started the AU team?
No, not really. See, 803 United, it ain't gonna help you none. All right, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna help you know we're recruiting because it can, and I'll tell you why it can because 803 United, we pretty much just formed that because we was looking for ways, like somehow always come up short in the playoffs. Oh, yeah. Crestwood, we come up short in the playoffs.
And really quick, 803 United is a 7-on-7 football team for everybody that don't know.
Yeah, 803 United, 7-on-7 travel football team here in South Carolina. Yeah. We branching out more than Sumter, Florence, Columbia, Charleston, all the surrounding area, Midlands, PD, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, go ahead and explain what
right, so pretty much what we do is we just trying to figure out, like, what could possibly be a reason why we fall short to some of the other schools.
So I'm saying, what do you do? Is it like it's not like an AAU or something? Or
No,
what
I
is
mean
it?
it's AAU football pretty much, but it's just 7-on-7. It's no lineman, no contact.
Yeah.
So it's like wide receiver. It's
So
just
how does that benefit you though? Like,
all
you
right.
know what I mean?
So the benefits of it is it's like a whole season of work. So during the winter season, you can't officially work out with the football on school grounds with
Oh, okay.
you know what I'm saying
Yeah.
at school. So now that's a way for them to get competition, build confidence. Like you know what I'm saying. Now you got a whole season just for that during the winter time. So now you play football year round pretty much. Because once spring roll back around, you got spring football.
So you don't think there's like a overdoing football? You know what I'm saying? It can wear on your body at a certain
See,
point.
Now
know
you
what I'm
love the
saying?
game.
But see, 7-on-7 ain't like real football. There's no pads involved.
So y'all not tackling at all?
No, it's not
two-hand
contact.
tag
It's two-hand touch.
It's two-hand touch.
Yeah, 7-on-7 is two-hand
Okay.
touch. Yeah, it's two-hand
Okay,
touch.
okay.
So it's no contact. We got little padded helmets that they
I see
wear
what-
and stuff like that.
yeah.
Like it's no contact. It's really just all skill. So it's like this is working your footwork, your technique, your fundamentals. So it's like
Exactly.
so now it's like it's prepping you for the season. So now it's like I gotta play back. You know it's passing. So that it ain't for everybody now.
Yeah,
It
okay.
ain't
I was about to say
D
yeah.
lineman,
All right.
offensive lineman,
Yeah.
like
It's a wrap.
brute running backs.
Yeah,
No, y'all
just
don't
skill
play-
people.
No,
So
yeah,
it's like
y'all-
running backs. Receivers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, not running
DBs,
backs,
linebackers,
receivers,
safeties.
corners.
right.
Yeah.
Receivers, cornerbacks, quarterbacks.
Got you.
Like guys who are working space.
Yeah, it kind of helps with you, like
Right,
okay, I got you,
right.
I
You
got
know what I'm saying? It helps that aspect of the game. So,
but not really recruiting. Really,
No, on the way it goes back to helping you in recruiting is because now you honing in on those skills. So now that can help you. So let's say you're a physical linebacker,
Yeah,
but you can't really cover like that. So now I can come play the 7-on-7 season to try and get an idea. Pass drops, pass
Gotcha,
coverage,
okay.
how to cover this, how to cover that. So now when the season comes, I done had the whole season. I done had 4-5 months of work in 7-on-7 versus me having to sit in them 4-5 months not doing nothing. They had to come back and try and speed that up and get it in the summer.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
But like I even went to in high school, I went to the Clemson football camp. I just had a 7-on-7. Dabo Sweeney got something he called Sweeney Ball, which is 7-on-7 pretty much. So he was like, he watched a dude like get off in the 7-on-7 and offer him a scholarship right then and
That's
there.
wide receivers?
Yeah. That's
Oh,
wide
they do
receiver.
that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so the 7-on-7 it can be recruiting. It's just how the strong got his 1-on-1s. You pretty much going 1-on-1, but with a whole,
And what you do in 7-on-7 is ultimately what you do in camps. So when you go to them camps, all right, so at that camp, they gonna get your height, your weight. You might run a 40, you know what I'm saying? They gonna see you in individual drills, they gonna see your fundamentals. But then the showtime start is 1-on-1s. So now you got to guard the guy in front of you. 7-on-7, that's what you're doing.
Okay.
Like it ain't no contact, no nothing. Like it people call it shorts warriors. Like what I'm saying? Some people might be really good in 7-on-7, but not as good in pads.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what you put on film as a high school player, what you put on film on Friday nights is what gonna get you.
Matter.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you get in the door off of 7-on-7 with shorts on, it'll expose itself when you get next level. If you're not really like that.
All right. So this is probably one of the last questions. I got two more. But this is what I really want to know. Because this is important. No, for real. Check this out. So when you coaching, right? Especially you a young coach too.
Right.
You kind of become friends with the kids.
Right.
So how do you separate because you can't be a coach and a friend, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so how do you
definitely.
separate coaching and friendship from
Definitely. Oh man, it's just a fine line you gotta draw. I mean, it's tough now because definitely in this day and age now, it's so easy to lose a kid because they got access to so much other stuff that they can do.
Yeah, for sure.
So you kind of have to be their friend. Like they got to know. In order to get a kid to go hard for you and to do the things that you ask them to do, they got to be able to trust you. They got to know that you care about them and love them. So you can't do that without building some type of bond with them. So it's like probably been a friend. We ain't going no club together. We not going. You know what I'm saying? We not. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing all that. But as far as like me, like you say, I'm young. You know what I'm saying? Some of the older coaches and other people around here probably look at some of the stuff that I do different. Like, I interact with my kids on Facebook.
That's what
I
I'm
interact
saying,
with them on Instagram. I interact with them because that's what times have become.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to do that because you will lose kids like when you don't do stuff like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, so I take pride in that, you know what I'm saying? Because I can do that with those kids, but when Friday night come, they gonna do what I ask them to do.
I feel like once you talk to them a certain way, then it comes like They be like, dang, I thought PT was my friend, but he talking to me crazy.
No,
you know
they already know. But see, but that right there come with the relationship you build with them.
Yeah.
Because if I'm just all buddy with them from the start, and I never do no type of discipline with them, and never have no type of interaction with them like that, then now it's foreign. Like, yo, you tripping?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But when you come with them first, like, okay, this how it's gonna be. Like, you know, we tight, but in the day we gotta handle business. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'ma laugh, I'ma joke with you and stuff, but when it's time to handle business, it business. You gotta separate business from personal.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, yeah, you gotta separate it. So yeah,
All right, so we're wrapping this up now, Brad. So at the beginning, I asked you what was your dream, right? What was your dream growing up? So what's your dream now?
Nah, man, shoot. People always ask me that all the time. They be like, man, what you want to do, dog? I just be like, yo, like, to be honest, I just go with the flow. Like, I just go with the flow. Like, I just know, like, you know, if I just continue to do the things that, you know, that I want to do, that stuff that make me happy, like, it needed for the right reasons, that everything gonna play itself out in the end. Like, you know, I don't be worried about being the greatest coach of all time, or being the big this or big that.
I'm saying you don't want to do like college coaching or something?
Oh, no. The part, if the opportunity presents itself, maybe, but as now I can tell you right now, I like high school ranks. Like, and the reason I like high school is because I feel like this is the perfect time to get your hands on kids. Like, once you get to college, it's more of a business.
Yeah.
Like, kids getting NIL, making more than you. Like,
yeah, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying now? So, you know, in high school, it kind of like your high school year, that really kind of determine like what route you take in life.
I feel like in high school, that's when kids still really like love the game, like for like genuinely like love the game.
Right.
When you get to college, some people you can tell it's like some people doing it more for money now than it is like for the love of the game.
I don't know, because in high school it's like, man, you don't really know if you want to play. Because a lot of the people in high school be playing football, basketball, you know what I'm saying? But in college, you know, you doing this.
Because you got to.
Yeah.
Like,
right. Yeah. No, I feel both of y'all saying because I understand where you come from, Larry. Because it's like, why I'm about to come out here in 100-degree weather every day.
Exactly.
Like, I ain't getting paid for this. Like, I can quit today and just go to school. But then in college, it's like, yo, like, I know I'm here to play football, but then again, they could be like, bro, like, they just paying me to go to school.
Yeah, exactly. You get a check.
I ain't trying to win no championship or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got stuff like that. But yeah, man, like, I just, you know, I like to stay in the high school ranks, ultimately become a head coach, you know, one day. I know that day gonna come. You know what I said? But right now, you know, I just enjoying the process right now, dog. Like, you know, just thankful for every opportunity that I get. And just taking advantage of it, really. As long as the kid is good, I'm good, dog. Exactly. Kids going to college for free and they get to play football. Like, kids, and not even just kids going to school to play ball. Like, if somebody graduate and I see they get a job, they go to the military or do something, that's what make me happy.
Exactly. So especially when they hit you up afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, let you know that they ain't in the street.
Right. Like, I see kids eating restaurants, like getting something to eat. Like, just Tuesday, one of our old players he came back home for fall break. I seen him in McAllister. He's like, yo, CoachPT. Like, I'm like, yo, what's up, brother? Yeah. And, you know, he tell me like, yo, man, you look got married, had a daughter. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, just interactions like that, like, you know, that's what just made me happy, dog. So that let me know, like, bro, like you rock with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. So. That's
what's up. All right, bro, we about to wrap this up. But before we wrap this up, I forgot to say at the beginning, you know, to thank God that we're here, because I like to thank God.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But anyways, the last thing I like to give everybody their flowers. So, bro, keep doing what you're doing. You know, it's something that we need a lot of black leaders. We need a lot of leaders, period. And, you know, we ain't have much of it growing up, like to tell us what to do as far as in school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As far as like coaching or sports or whatever. But keep doing what you're doing, bro. Like, I love seeing you like post everything. You know, man, we did this, we did that. Like, that's inspiring, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. We need that. So I gotta give you your flowers. But yeah, man, we got to be out of here. Got my dog Larry, you feel me? I forgot to introduce him too. But he here.
Man, y'all know Larry, man. Y'all know Larry. Come on, man. Y'all already know it. Yeah.
Listen, like, comment, subscribe, all that, and we out.
True size of 10, but I'm still a big stepper. We was straining at the bottom, niggas wouldn't help us. Taught a lot of niggas how to fish, it wouldn't tell you. Too much pride taking place, these niggas acting jealous. I be speaking from the heart, this my real emotions. I know she angry, I can't leak, cause I have emotion. The way we living now, you can tell we came from roaches. No keys, all a nigga do is